flavor. Let's take a look at the game of Richie, as you say, and Magnus. Now, this is strange because Richie is playing correct chess. And
Yes.
you always think to yourself, how good would these creative players play or be if they just played, good, solid chess that everybody understands. And I actually think he's got a good position. Let's see what happened from the opening. We left it early. Okay, white fianchettos both of his bishops, and this is all very standard stuff. Queen goes to b1 with the very direct idea of a little grabbing some space on the queen side with the expansion b4. Bishop drops back to h7, also very standard, and there we have it. b4 takes, queen b6, bishop c3, takes. And now it seems to me Magnus really doesn't want to see doesn't want to see white getting a grip over the d4 and e5 squares. c4, c5 is some kind of a strategic threat that he was concerned about. Hence, he took the pawn on b4 at a cost. White won back his pawn and brought his rook to the 7th rank.
With some small dividends, you could say.
Yeah. So, more active position at the moment. Then e5, because again, you got to get some compensation. Or Black feels like he's really gummied himself up by putting himself. Grandmasters do not walk into self-pins.
No,
they avoid them for very good reasons. You mentioned Queen e6. I'm actually considering the move d3, e2, e3 here because I'm not too sure how I would evaluate this. A queen on e2 is simply damn annoying.
Yeah, it is a very well-placed piece. And also the c-pawn might actually become an asset if you can start moving it up.
Yeah.
Knight to c5 might get into the position. So it becomes very unclear. Knight g4, good point.
Yeah.
Looks scary.
Yeah, I mean, it's not... But on the other hand, after e2, e3 captures this pawn on c4, Black is ready. Well, first of all, he's grabbed a pawn, damn him, and he's ready to play knight e5.
Knight
and
e5, maybe bishop to d3 if need be.
I'm not going to let you win that pawn back easily. I'm just looking at the position after. What's your thought? Knight c7, so that if I can play knight takes c4, I'm a happy camper, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm just wondering tactically, what's going on here?
Queen to g4, is that an option?
Okay, and I'll...
Keeping the defense of the pawn alive?
Right, I'll tickle you with the move h2, h3.
And now I want to play queen to e2.
And here I was trying to keep you out of e2.
I'm playing e3, doing everything, not to get my queen there.
And guess what?
Here I am again.
Bertha showed up. Okay. Let me take back my last blunder and play instead bishop f1. How's that for a cute move?
Yes.
I still have my dreams.
I don't feel so comfortable still as white. First of all, bishop to d3 is an option.
Okay. Bishop to d3. And now you can...
I can go
back and now if I do end up capturing this pawn, you're going to take a... No, wait.
No, you do have knight takes c4 here.
So you will actually have to take on c4. I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I'm not happy.
It seems that even though white has clearly better piece placement, black can create counterplay without having to use his rook.
Yes.
So that really explains to me why Richard is really having a good think here, because queen takes d4, although it feels less natural, maybe he sees a better reaction here after, again, the logical c5. Or at least he wants to check if he has some sort of queen f4 move or something. My first impression is, geez, this doesn't look like a big improvement at all, but it is maybe worth considering.
Actually, I wanted to recapture the pawn on d4. It went like this. Robin and I were primarily focused on queen takes d4. Oops, let me turn off the auto update. Queen takes d4. Yes. c5. We
Queen
were
F4,
looking
yeah, I
Queen
was thinking
f4, and if there was a trade and another trade, there was
Knight
ideas,
E5.
yes, of
Mhm.
knight e5 and rook c7.
This is fine for white, yes. for
Yes,
sure. Maybe he's even better in the last place.
precisely.
But after Queen F4, maybe Queen A6 is possible.
Queen takes d4, queen, not queen f4, but queen e6 you're mentioning.
A6.
Queen a6.
Yeah, and get D4.
New variation. Ah, queen a6. And then you want to play d5, d4?
Mm-hmm.
So for example, after rook e5,
Which is in D4, yeah.
D-
Similar to what he got in the game, actually.
I see. Oh, pardon me, d4. I was wondering if you wanted to give me a check first, because I'm
Yeah,
not
bishop H3.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's a bit messy. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, well, good fun. I mean, also, I'm not... Oh, sorry. Let me take this one
What
back.
happened in the game, actually?
Yes.
After knight D4?
Well, what he did play knight takes d4, c5, knight b3,
D4.
d4,
I like
bishop.
bishop H3. It was like teasing black a bit. Queen A4, Queen A3 in the area.
Yeah.
I liked this move.
Well, bishop h3. I'm kind of, I like the long diagonal. I'm kind of a long diagonal guy myself. Queen a7, I don't know what that actually does or not. I'm not sure. Let us see how Richie played it. Bishop h3, d3. Okay, that's a bit of a surprise to me. And let me just update my board.
E3.
E3. Whoa.
I'm not sure about this.
I understand that the pawn is blockaded on d3, but
Black is
that
just
is a
better.
very, very powerful fast pawn. Magnus has gained a clear plus here.
I think so. 94 is coming next. Yeah, it looks a bit bit sad for
Unpleasant.
white now. 94.
94 is a real... I was about to make a suggestion of queen a7, but I was thinking, okay, if I go queen a7, I will hit the pawn on c5, but knight e4 really stopped me in my tracks.
Although it's still
Let me
not-
update the players. Bishop
G2,
back to
yeah.
g2,
it was
stopping one idea that we just seen with knight e4. Oh, well, this is still a... wanted to take on a5. I'm a pawn grabber.
Yeah.
Did you consider that, or you just felt that you didn't need the a pawn?
You know, maybe at some point he'll play bishop e7, rook a8, bishop a6. Of course, it's not realistic, but I don't know. I thought that I should stick to my plan.
And control the game you did. Queen c4, king h8. Now you were sorry, I interrupted you. Now
Yeah, I kind of calculated this queen d3 thing, and I felt it just wins. I mean, I allow him some... it seems that there is some jumping around, but not really.
No.
Because,
By the way, I'm getting some incredible report that
Wow.
Richie may be winning a piece against Magnus. The players are playing very, very quickly there. Okay, we're going to come back to that because you're just putting the final touches, the final season.
This actually reminded me of my game yesterday. I also had this bishop,
And this ugly
and the pawn was just promoting.
on c8. Yeah. Well, it also kind of a little Anish. There was a game where Anish played bishop takes a6 against Ian, and there was a pawn that was just promoting. What is it about light square bishops right now? They seem to be having a flu. The light square bishops here in Vaikamsai. It's
strange.
not been a good tournament for the light square bishops.
Here, of course, he had to
Yes.
play queen c7. Was the only move to prolong.
And
the
what
game.
would have happened in that case? Queen c5, you're saying definite error.
Yeah, I mean, I have many good moves. Queen g6 is one, or queen g4 is another. I mean,
Queen g4 threatening rook d7, queen g6 attacking the rook. It looks very good.
I don't know, maybe f5. So many ways to win, of course, from a position like this. But
Yes.
at least this
Was
have
his
been
best chance.
yeah.
Okay.
After, because this is a forced loss. Because here and Queen G6 and the bishop doesn't come out, so everything is lost.
Beautiful. Don't move. Don't move. I just want to get your insights. First of all, again, that was a masterclass. How can you go from... Okay, he worked hard for it. I mean, he's like, now he's supremely confident in coming to the game thinking, okay, nobody can beat me if Magnus can't checkmate me. But, okay.
Yeah, I mean...
Let's just see. Here we have it. A tweet. Fabi. Gary entombs his bishop on a8. That's on you, Levon. Carlsen puts his bishop on h7 and plays d3. Why isn't anyone thinking of their bishops?
It's a common trend. It happens. You know, Magnus had a long game yesterday, so... And it's very difficult to play against Rapport, because you never expect if he's going to play very creatively or normal like today.
Solid like he did today. Well, let's just see what happened.
But this was a great game on his part.
Yes. Let's just see what happened. The players, pardon me, had reached this position, and bishop h3 came, d3, e3. This is what Fabi, by the way, thank you for tweeting to us, Fabi. Fabi is saying, is Magnus Carlsen aware that he's entombing his bishop? Knight, bishop back, rook c8. Whoa. Uh-oh.
Well, it kind of looked interesting, but yeah, now it's...
Ooh.
I think he missed f4. I think
there
he missed...
are issues, aren't there? And it looks like we have a result. Rook e8.
Wow.
Wow.
But
Magnus
this
Carlsen.
was a good game.
Definitely. Oh
Especially
my.
this last part is really beautiful. Rook e1 takes and knight f1.
Oh my goodness. You're not just